Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And welcome to, for your information, FYI. Welcome to FYI. Good to see the whole gang. At least you guys are out there, the whole gang, Beatrice Selby and Dennis Primo and Candy Naline Indigit. Let us know that you're receiving my audio clear. Good to see you, Gavin Liverpool. And I see Dennis Primo again. There are lots of comments from you folks. Thanks for joining us this morning. Once more, you know you got to share, share, share. And you know you got to smash that emoji button as well. Guys, you know, when we are home alone, especially when we're in the kitchen, oh my, everything takes longer. And we are here nonetheless. Good to have you folks. Warren Faguera from Long Island. My co-host, who reaches an assignment in Bartica. Should be on our way down. Went up since yesterday afternoon. Should be on our way down, but she's on assignment in Bartica. And you know, Manza is coming to come, resting and recuperating. Much needed rest, and she's going to be back with us shortly. But good to have all of you guys here with us nonetheless. That's the important thing. I see Lennox Anderson is here and Valerie Thomas. I have you all to myself this morning. What shall we do? What shall we do? Irvin Don Cook and Marilyn Lorimer. I see Arnold Gulliver is here as well. I see we got lots of folks. Ginseng Henry, Donna McDonald, Ingrid King is here, guys. Great to see you. Share the damn live stream. Smash the emoji button, guys, and let's get to it. How are you guys doing? Edward Gonzalez, of course, is from the Bronx. I see Desiree Simon, Liverpool, sweet, pleasant woman. Vashti Magnot says, we love you. We love back to you too, Vashti. And Rupert there in Waterloo, Canada. Pamela Sanchari is here as well, guys. I'm so happy to be here with you guys in the morning. Couldn't ask to do to a better bunch of people. Share the live stream. Smash that emoji button. Sasha Trim is here. Ingrid King is here. Myrna Monroe is here. You know, we can talk to them boys. We are talking about them boys this morning. 2 competing press conferences yesterday. How y'all like that? We come in there. Terrence Hodge, believe it or not, on our affiliate program last night, in the ring, we had the leader of the opposition. Last evening. We were so privileged to get him on very, very short notice. And even though the technology didn't work as smooth as he wanted it to, we were so happy for him to give some context about that consultation. And we're going to be talking about that as well. But good to see GT Boy and Cecile Ogle. Yep, Cecile says good morning. Sharad and all of the FYI viewers and Teresa Chan and Sasha Trim. This is family, folks. I come home. We home. Carl Fordyce said, Naomi Joker, Naomi, how are you doing? Naomi, how are you doing? Good to have you, Naomi. And again, Kevin Nicholas, Marilyn Thomas, guys, really great to have each and every one of you. You know, we're still checking on a couple of things. We're still making sure we're good to go in all. It's Karen Black. Good to see you. I see Ginseng Henry is here as well. I see Linda Thomas is here and all of you fantastic folks. Gwyneth Jones, good to have you folks. Yep. Linda Thomas says we got 2 presidents in Ghana. It's true, Linda. And we got Asher is here as well. Asher Doric Magnet. Good to have you, Asher and Simone Patricia. Jones Bell is with us as well. We got Teresa Chin and all you other fantastic, lovely folks. Patricia Liverpool is here too, and John Hermanstein. Good to have you, John. I see Claudette Bobby Lewis is here. So, Claudette, thanks for the thing, girl. Thanks for the thing. Folks, you all know it's Montana, among other things. And we got to get to this finish line. We got responsibilities, guys. We got lots of responsibilities. We got to keep the doors open. We got to keep the lights on. That's why we ask that you partner with us. We are so thankful for all the folks who take the opportunity to do that. Good to have you here, Lennox Anderson. Hugh Fraser, good to see you as well. Good to see you. All the folks who are tuning in for the first time, right? Maybe you want to hashtag and say first time. It's my first time. Be gentle with me. It's my first time. And John, good to see you. Good to see you, Deborah Seeley. I see Denise Bowen, Timothy as well joining us. Good to see you, Desiree, Alex, boom. Rosie Jeff. Good to see you, Rosie Rose, Jeff. Pamela Johnson. Great to see all of you fantastic folks, guys. We love that you're here. What's for breakfast at your end? I'm having some lovely black coffee. Love me some black coffee. I'm having that for starters. And who knows where the morning will go. The morning is young. Donna Barry, good to see you. And Dolores Denny, Good to see you here as well. And Karen, welcome, Karen. Good to see you, Karen. Donna Barry is here as well, folks. You all have really turned this into a family, and I love that. I love that. I love that. I'm excited to be on the morning show, much more, because you guys are here. Look forward to seeing you guys every morning. Yolanda, starting the day with you folks. Folks, do us the honor of sharing the live stream, guys, and smashing that emoji button as well. We are so glad that you guys are here. Believe it or not, we're still tweaking this morning show. We haven't settled on the final concept. And if you guys tune into In the Ring, you all know that we didn't start the show where it is now, but it's constant tweaking based on your feedback. We listen to y'all, that's why we go back and we read the comments, we tweak and tweak, and we're gonna get it just right. And we hope that we have some of y'all on set, very, very shortly. This show is about all of you guys. You are the ones who make it special. Is you all getting the people frightened? Is you all getting the people jittery? I wish I had I wanted to talk to Winston Jordan this morning, but sadly was unavailable. And we're gonna try to see if we get Mr. Jordan very, very shortly. And we want back Amanda, we want back Jerita as well. But they gotta do what they gotta do. Good to see Sybil Jones is here, guys. Where in the world you guys are joining us from? Drop that as a comment. I see Vesta Hardy, Raj Kumar is here. Amabel Clemens says, fried yellow plantain with fried fish and bush tea. Oh my Lord, that sounds like a gourmet meal, Amabel. Beams, or no beams. Amabel, thank you so much. I can text some. Candy Lilini and Judy says, I'm having my coffee. Well, let me take a sip on your behalf, Candy. Folks, if you all taste this coffee, it's so good, you won't want to leave. That's why it's me alone this morning. I want to share with y'all. Y'all won't want to leave. Y'all take a sip of this coffee. It is just the perfect temperature. Perfect. Ray Andre Wiltshire. Good to see you, Ray. And I'm so happy you're here. Ray says Canada is in the house. I see Mr. Jarek Fitzherbert. Jarek is here. So that means Connecticut is in the house. Matthew Dennison says Harlem, New York is in the house. Good to see you, Matthew. Some of it rushing by a little quick. Let me get on it. Maureen Coppin Williams says Washington State is in the house. You see this international program. Good to have you folks. Marlene Thomas, of course. You all know Marlene. Disgusting Marlene. We love you, Marlene. Says Queens, New York is in the house. Marlene says Queens, New York. And then I have Sherlyn Juice Chandri says also Queens, New York City is in the house. Good to have you folks. Good to have you folks. I see and Cassie Root saying share it for GS of the AFC. Bang bing, bang bing. That's the duel. Ruth, how you doing? Good to see you, Ruth, and thank you for that vote of confidence, by the way. Bang bing, bang bing. Jillian Ferguson is here as well, and Jillian says board is in the house. Well, we have to have us some border. Folks picked up some vegetables, some border the other day, still in the fridge. Somebody pak choy turning a little yellow. Still in the fridge, guys. Quasi Moffat, good to see you as well. And Anne-Marie Selby, Lovern Peters, good to see you as well. Tessa Noel, guys, share, and smash that emoji button for us. I'm so glad that I have you guys all to myself this morning. Take that for a second, and I'm going to be with you shortly, guys. So happy that you guys are here. Pace and power, respect and manners, boots on the ground, all of it. Look at that sunshine there, folks. Have to get it for a second. Look at that sunshine there. Who could ask for more? If you want more than your licorice, I know how to say it otherwise than that. Your licorice. When the morning papers, folks, what is in the morning papers? Respect and manners, boots on the ground. Who vex we out here? Stop it. We out here, peoples. We out here. And that is that. Who vex? That's what we say all the time. That's the mantra of our midday program. And again, guys, I'm so happy. Share the live stream. Smash that emoji button for us. Please and thank you. Make me look nice. Make me look nice. That's how some people say sometimes when they are taking a photograph, right? They don't know it's only so much the camera could do. They say, make me look nice. It's only so much the camera could do, people. Oh, we wish you guys a great morning. However you're waking up this morning, we hope that the day right sizes itself for you. We hope that the road rises to reach you, folks. That's how we'll have it. And the old we would have. We hope the road rises to reach you. Wonderful, beautiful folks. pace and power. And we hope that you guys are ready to hit the ground running. We trust that each and every one of you, Gwyneth Anderson and Elaine Charles, Alia Waldron is here. We hope that you guys have started the day well. Alia says, my right and my left have left me for a little while. Suffer it to be so for a little while. Suffer it to be so. Y'all better be business. Pennsylvania's in the house. Dane and Pennsylvania's in the house. Let me get that quickly. Dane, welcome. Says Pennsylvania's in the house. Respect and manners, Pennsylvania. Lock in, to be precise, of what Dane is saying. And Lizzie Simon is here as well. Is it Ayabo? Ayabo is here as well. Joy Kosher, of course. All you special people. Penelope Hudson and Joyce Van Kutten, Elizabeth Gaskin. Oh, Jurita Fernandez supposed to be in studio, but Jurita Fernandez is on the live. You see, some of your priorities mix up, I want y'all know. Some of your priorities mix up. Jurita is supposed to be in studio, folks, but Jurita is on the live. Y'all believe it? You think some people easy? Y'all take that for a second. You think some people easy? Before they're on the live, right? They're outside commenting, rather they're on the live. Before they're in the studio. They're disrespectful. That's what I want to tell y'all. They're disrespectful. Very much so. Right? Soon as they hatch up and match up and so on, they get a little basily. They get a little tiggish, people. They get a little tiggish. Right? But we can deal with them. We can deal with them. That's what I want they know. We are going to deal with them. We can deal with them. Give us a second. Making sure we got things streamlined, nice and dandy, guys. Oh, Jurita is supposed to be in the studio. And my co-host on the live, people. On the live. Right? But we got to fix you up. We got to fix you up. Hope you guys, your morning, of course, after a great start. And thank you so much for tuning in to FYI. It is our privilege to have each and every one of you here. Even those who come for fastness, which is most of you. Even those of you who come just for the fastness, which of course is most of you. Right? It's most of you. And I'm just putting things in place because I want to know why some people on the live as against in the studio. That's what I want to know. And we're back. I think we can find out. I fast. I fast, and I want you to be fast with me as well. I want you to be fast. So I think I do have Jurita on the line, and she can tell us why she's not in the studio and she's elsewhere. Jurita, morning.
Good morning.
Guys, can you hear that? Why are you in the studio? Right ahead.
Morning, guys.
Let me know if you guys can hear Jurita.
I have been traveling.
Go ahead.
Are they hearing me? Great. So, morning, guys. My apologies. I am not absent. However, I am late and I'm on my way. I had a bit of transportation issues this morning. When you're traveling from Bartik, let me tell you, it's not like in the city, you just don't stop a taxi on the road and keep rolling. You gotta go in a boat and wait for it to get loaded and full and make sure that that's the only way it takes off. So it took some time for the boat to full this morning. So however, I am on my way, so I'll be there in a few.
All right. How is it morning at your end though? How is it outside?
Well, right now, I am. It's raining, so it's raining. Well, I guess it should be raining where you are because I'm not that far off. So keep the doors open. So, guys, I'll see you very, very shortly. It's raining, but it's a good morning otherwise. Just a little bit of rain, nothing to complain about.
All right. Shakira says, be safe. And Stephen Collins says, we miss the lady.
Of course. I miss you guys too, of course. I'm being safe. I'm trying to make sure that everything is okay on this road. We arrive alive. That's the slogan.
Naomi Drucker says I shouldn't buy that. You blame it on the transportation.
That is so true.
and here now, here cantankerous Margaret Nelson why you didn't take the helicopter? Pip, 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 pip.
It wasn't made available. That's for a different bracket of society. You know, those sections that's the least concerned about the people on the ground. I travel with the people. You know, can't represent people and you're not traveling with them. So that's how I do it.
We hear you. We hear you. We hear you. Nice to hear from you. And we're going to see you guys back on set. We're going to see you back on set tomorrow.
Will do. See you shortly.
All right. Great. Awesome. Folks, that is Jurita for you. We're different. We're different. Good to hear from Jurita, and we hope that she gets back. She gets back into town. As I said, she was on an assignment in Bartiga and couldn't be here with us this morning. And of course, the other one, Mansa is resting and recuperating. Our good friend and co-host, Mansa Walton, is here. She is resting. It's only me. I was out here. I like the roaches long after everything gone. I can still them out. Maureen King, Muriel King, and Mark Crawford. Good to have you guys. Guys, we just got a couple of things I want to share with you guys on the morning papers. Of course, ExxonMobil and its dealings in Guyana always making the morning papers. ExxonMobil, and we're seeing one of the morning papers says the government has been ignoring experts, right? And it's set to renew the Liza 1 permit. And of course, lots of the experts, as you know, have been saying that they should not renew the Liza 1 permit until you have certain things that have been met. And we still got a lot of outstanding issues in oil and gas, a lot of that. And we're going to be talking with you about some of that as we head to the other aspects of the program this morning. And we see, again, another headline in the morning papers. And I'm picking this up out of Kaiser News. Says, attorney seeks CARICOM's intervention over ExxonMobil's failure in environmental assessment. And we've gone through this time and again, how lots of for instance, the environmental impact assessment, they have been refusing to do. And even when they have done so, some of the persons who they choose to do it got lots of conflicts of interest. And we're following that. That is one of the things we're following in the morning papers. I see another morning paper says that a Wickenham logger allegedly shot dead by co-worker. Folks, signs of the times. A Wickenham logger allegedly shot dead by co-worker. And the photograph I see here is Rohit Hansraj. Rohit Hansraj is that Wickenham logger who's been allegedly shot dead by a co-worker. And yet another headline, folks, in the morning papers reads that one dead, one injured in quarantine accident. One dead, one injured in quarantine accident. Folks, a lot happening on our roadways, and we've often alerted you to the carnage. And we've said here that, Guyana has one of the most deadliest roadways in the world, believe it or not. One of the most deadliest roadways in the world, folks. And just recently, we were looking at one of the accidents that occurred recently. I think this was Rabindranath Prasad, police constable who lost control of a vehicle he was driving over there in Region 3. And it's only by the grace of God, I think he escaped that with his life intact. Serious injuries, of course, serious injuries. And take a look at what transpired as that police constable lost control of that vehicle quite recently. Do we have it? I hope so. Yep. I hope you guys, did you guys have a chance to see that? It looked like it went by so fast. Take another look at that. Right. Seriously injured, quite seriously injured. Yep. Guys, so that continues to be a real cause of concern, the way in which drivers have been using the roadways. It's a real cause for concern on that front, a real cause for concern. And again, that particular driver, I believe his name is Rabindranath Prasad, walked away with his life, seriously injured. And that story has another twist, because when apparently they took him to the West Demerara Regional Hospital, we made to understand that the hospital refused to admit it. The hospital doors were closed. There were folks on the inside, of course, who said that they weren't opening the doors at that hour. And so that policeman, Rabindranath Prasad, was refused medical attention. That's information we have coming out of that report from the Western Mara Regional Hospital. Risky session, you all see that? Pamela Canzias, Gillian Ferguson. Those are the things which make people say Guyana is not a real place. Because you would think, I'm really waiting to see the report that comes out of this, the police report, because a police officer should be exercising more care on the roadways, greater care on the roadways, and to think that he would have lost control of his vehicle in that manner, to slam into that parked vehicle. Could you imagine if there were folks who were standing there? Can you imagine that could have ended much differently, much differently? Could you imagine that if there were people on the roadways there? And so those are some of the stuff. Those are some of the things, guys, that are making the morning papers this morning. Horrific crash there. Horrific crash. If people were standing there, we hope that the policeman, the constable, pulled through. Rabindranath Prasad, I think the name is, and we hope that he pulls through. We hope he pulls through. We see another such issue on the front page of Samak News, for instance. It says here that quarantine driver dies after car slams into culvert and pole. And this is Kevin Albert from the quarantine. The headline is quarantine driver dies after car slams into culvert and pole. There's a reckless use of our roadways. And we say, guys, we continue to say, slow down and arrive alive. Slow down and arrive alive. And we know lots of you out there say, can't happen to me, he's a good driver. We hope it's not Natalia Odwin and Ingrid King and Shirley Crichton, good people like Daphne Aaron and Gwyneth Anderson and Tracy Mohabir, Sasha Trim and Basil Clark. We hope you guys are not like that. We hope that you guys take it easy on the roadways and exercise all of the C's, the caution and the care and consideration, all of those things as we use the roadways. And folks, those are just a couple of the things making the morning paper. But I want to head it right into the big issue this morning. And the question is being asked whether them boys are consulting in good faith. That is the question that is being asked. Whether them boys are consulting in good faith. And we know that quite recently, after a long time, after almost a 2-year hiatus, Irfan Ali has begun engaging the leader of the opposition, Mr. Aubrey C. Norton, in a constitutional process. It's not if he want to do it. It's that he have to do it. He started engaging the leader of the opposition in a constitutional process. It's the Constitution that says that there must be meaningful consultation between the leader of the opposition and whoever's the head of state. Whether he's a catfish or he's a jacobite. The head of state, there must be meaningful consultation between the two parties. But one is beginning to think that we ain't got no meaningful consultation happening. Mark Crawford, Sasha Trim, Errol Wright, Joan Chase, they got meaningful consultation happening. From every indication that we have. From every indication that we have. Right? From every indication that we have. Irfan Ali don't want this process. They want to appoint who they want to appoint. And as a matter of fact, the contrary has been happening. The contrary has been happening. In one of the morning papers today, one of the issues that brewing is that Mr. Norton is in favor of Justices Cummins, of course, as Chancellor, Justice Janet Cummins, is in favor of Miss George Wiltshire being the Chief Justice. And he has said so to the president since their first meeting. Ali said he's interested in that. Right? Mark Crawford, Marky Mark. Ali said he's not interested in that. But Norton, Mr. Aubrey Norton, has signaled since the first meeting that he wants Yonette Cummins to be appointed as the substantive. He's in favor, he's in support. He's willing to back Irfan. They're acting in these capacities currently. The Chief Justice and the Chancellor, they're acting in the capacities. And these are all eminently qualified legal minds, eminently qualified women. Right? But we're being told, folks, that this issue might have another complexion. This issue here is not as cut and dry as you think it is. You know, these persons acting and discharging the functions of this office beyond reproach. Beyond reproach. Discharging the functions of the office. Beyond reproach. But the issue might got another complexion. Anne-Marie Selby and Daphne Aarons, Wendy Andrews. It might have another complexion, Marlene Thomas. Marlene says he's disrespectful to the women. Well, she said he's disrespectful to the Constitution. He's disrespectful to those women. To those persons. Women, are, even if they were men, disrespectful. Disrespectful to them. He said he's interested in that right now. He got other things to do. And so, of course, we can answer the question. I'm sure you've come to the conclusion, Sasha Trim and, is it Fratia Phillips, Jackie Beard? They're not going about this process of meaningful consultation in good faith. They're not. You all saw that press conference yesterday. It looked as though, there was a big argument that the leader of the opposition didn't turn up, and he articulated why. You can't call people at a moment's notice. You think you're dealing with children? Soon you say, people got to come running. What is it at all? Irfan knew. Who's sharing the live stream for us today, man? Irfan knew he was going to be busy. He knew he was going to be busy. And he set the time for consultation in that period. He knew he was going to be distracted by the Agri-Investment Expo. He knew that. He knew he had a CARICOM meeting afterwards. You can set the date in the middle of that. So Aubrey Norton was right. Naomi Joker to say he's incompetent. Laverne Joseph, he was right. Fratia Phillips and Seymour, he was right. He's incompetent. Because if you don't follow your own schedule, who else you want to follow it? Marcel, is it D'Oliver? Suzette Washington, who else he wants to follow it? His madness in this country with these folks. Who else he wants to follow? If he can't know, if he doesn't know, he's in a position to know, but he don't care to know. What is on his own schedule? The law calls it constructive knowledge. You're in a position to know, but you don't even care to know. Aubrey Norton calls it, in layman's terms, incompetence. And then you want to come and you're rowing. You're rowing. And that's only one of the issues. Right? So Mr. Aubrey Norton has said, from the inception, he says, I'm willing to lend my support to discharge my constitutional duties. Let us appoint these two eminently qualified persons. I don't want to necessarily go to, let us appoint these eminently qualified women. Because whoever were discharging those portfolios, once they were doing it competently, and these two persons have done it with distinction. Yonette Cummins Edwards, and you have the Chief Justice, Roxanne George Wiltshire, discharging these duties with distinction. But they want their own folks there. Not just Steve Okro, Myrtle Carter, they want their own folks there. That is the crux of the matter. That is the crux of the matter. They want their own people. And so you're seeing all kinds of excuses. Marlon Thomas, you see it and hearing it. Amabel Clement and Alex and a whole set of excuses you keep hearing. But everybody know what the real issue is. Everybody know what's really at stake here. Right? Is that they want to handpick their lackeys to fill those spots. Just like how they pick the propagandist, Dr. Prem Mazir, right, to help the extractive industry body, the EITI, the oversight body, the fire, move off the scene, Dr. Rudy Jadapat, and then they bring now Dr. Prem Mazir, elevate him from deputy. And he has been with them doing their bidding for a long time, and they want to say, oh, he's an independent mind. You see madness? You see madness? That is full madness, folks. Full madness, Ingrid King. Whiskey Session is full madness. Andrew Griffith is full madness. Viola Kansas, full madness with them. Full madness with them, people. And while we run that, MK Blair and Laverne Joseph, Dave Andrews, while we run that, FYI family, while we run that, it would be remiss of us. Hear we language going up a little bit? It would be remiss of us. Folks, Austin's bookstore is my favorite store. Got some good dictionaries down there. Right? Good dictionary. I don't know, but I still like the feel of a physical book in my hand, a dictionary or otherwise. I know people can get tech savvy and you type in something quickly and in Google or something like that, and you check the meaning of it. But I love that book. I love that dying art, flipping those pages, looking for what I want, researching. It would be remiss of us if we didn't tell you some other areas that are still outstanding, and we will repeat them from now till ad infinitum. The Judicial Service Commission got to be looked at. The Public Service Commission, Maxine Monroe, all the architect one each. Right? Marlene Sampson, you take the Judicial Service Commission. They got to be rectified. 2+ years, and them boys ain't appointed yet. Amabel Clement, you take the Public Service Commission. Oh, let me get a little movement here. 2+ years. They will appoint nobody yet. The Teaching Service Commission, Sukhchan Sudhari, Pearson Power. You take this one, Sukhchan. 2+ years. Them boys don't appoint nobody yet. Vesta Hardy Rajkumar. You take the National Resources Fund Board. They appoint some people after public pressure. But they don't meet. Joe Singh heads this board. They don't meet. Right? All the instructions, the thing being run from Shift Narayan Chandrapal Drive. The local content secretariat, whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to that? The Petroleum Commission, whatever happened to that? The Police Service Commission, they're putting a couple folks there. We have no indication that they meet. None. Winter David, you take that. Right? Nordia Rodney, you take the local content secretariat. And then you got the Public Procurement Commission. They got appointees. But Irfan, just like he's refusing to do anything in terms of the appointment of Yonette Cummins Edwards and Roxanne George Wiltshire as Chancellor and Chief Justice substantively, he's refusing to swear in the people that they said they want on the Public Procurement Commission. Much more. Folks who they think are antithetical to their interests. I'll open my language this morning in the absence of my co-hosts. My co-hosts. I'm upping my language. And then you got local government elections. Well, y'all know they have absolutely no interest in local government elections. And we held it up there for a little while because we want you guys to know what is happening. When you see them talking fluff and bluff about good governance, must ask them, how come all of these things still are outstanding? If you got good governance in this country, but you all know Marky Mark, you all know Maureen Coppin-Williams, Naomi Drucker, Sukhchan Sudhari, you all know. For them, democracy is elections. And once elections finish, it's me time. Who's sharing the damn live stream for us today? Once elections done, it's dictatorship. Once elections done, dictatorship and despotism. Right? Give us a second, guys. Once election finished, it's dictatorship and despotism. Give us a second to move some stuff around. But we keep it up high because we want you guys to be familiar with what is happening. So we keep the graphic up. We want you guys to be familiar. We want you guys to be familiar with what is happening. And so we keep the graphic up. Right? I like when people come visiting all kind of ways, distracting us. We keep it up so that you guys will become familiar. Right? We tell you guys, all of us got a role in this process. All of us got a role in this process. And this should concern every Guyanese. That close to 2 years in, all of these issues are still outstanding. Y'all don't come around with funny. Don't come around with funny. Up to now, 18 months in, all of these issues here are still outstanding. What y'all can tell me? Y'all think y'all would have given a free pass to David Granger? They would have given a free pass? We tend not to want to use the word, some harsh words early in the morning. We like such a soft tone as we start the day. You know, we don't always want to wake up with people rowing. Right? But I think these jagabats and trench crappos will have given David Granger an easy time. Y'all think so? Y'all think they would have given His Excellency, the Brigadier, any easy time? Don't come around with funny like that. Right? Don't think y'all can stunt because y'all know, just like that, we can cause it. Just like that, we can cause it. Just like that, we can cause it. Don't come around with funny. So the Judicial Service Commission is outstanding. The Public Service Commission is outstanding. Teaching Service Commission is outstanding. This is a functioning democracy. The National Resources Fund Board don't meet. Local Content Secretariat outstanding. Petroleum Commission outstanding. Police Service Commission appointed but don't meet. Integrity Commission outstanding. Public Procurement Commission appointed but not sworn in. Local government election, God knows when. Right? 23 years from now, we're going to put me out way. And then if God don't help us, if God himself don't help us, right? And as we say to you guys, don't come wrong with funny. Because just like that, we can cause it. Good morning, Rita, and welcome.
Good morning.
Them speedboat quick.
Good morning, guys.
Them speedboats quick to fast. Quick and fast. Great to have you, Rita.
Hey guys, good morning. I didn't
Peace
get
and
to
power.
say, I didn't get to say welcome. Welcome myself this morning.
Welcome.
I am super late, but I Cheryl was saying, sometimes you gotta be doing some business.
Yeah. Gotta multitask.
You cannot just put it down. So I'm here
Yep.
now. Better late than never, so they say.
Obama says we have to learn to walk and chew gum. So
Exactly, right?
you
So
gotta
I'm
be,
here now. Hey,
and
guys.
we're so happy.
Honestly, Lena, I have to say I'm glad to Matthews and Gwyneth Anderson. I have to give a big shout out to the folks that I was traveling back with and who brought me safely to my destination. Kamal Fasad from Bartica, the vice chairman of Bartica,
Up top.
council of Bartica, also David Daniels. You know that's our folks, and they are
Up top, folks. Up top.
Such hard workers. They have been doing their bit and they have been pushing so hard on the ground to make sure that they have and make good representation for the people. So to David and Kamal, you folks are absolutely amazing. It was such a pleasure, to travel down with all. Every single time Bardic people link up is a different conversation.
That's a very political boat. That's a very political boat.
But Kamal, I know that Kamal is always joining the comment section. She did lodge a complaint, mind you. She said that she's in there and she's commenting like she gotta go overseas because only these people from
Long
Island, and so you
y'all know we far behind it. Y'all know we far behind it. Y'all know we far behind it. Naomi Joker said this was worth the wait.
You see?
Right? It was worth the wait. Yes. Carl Fordyce says that's no transportation problem. The political boat, that's the problem. The boat is heavy. The boat is heavy. Took a little while.
Hey, Marlon, it's so good
it took a little while.
So good to be here this morning.
Yeah. But it's good to have Judy in the studio back.
Of course.
Yeah.
I was looking at you on the set and I said, no, I look so lonely there. I gotta push to get here on time.
Please, I'm happy.
Make his coffee by himself this morning.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Never did it before.
Believe it or not, a little 1 or 2 times.
I'm not sure how he made out, but
it came to come. It come to game. Jenny's Booker, good to see you guys, and Sasha Trim and Basil Clark. Basil says you look special this morning.
Oh wow!
Yeah, hold on, focus, Eva. Hold on, focus now. We talked about the commission that outstanding. Y'all gone out.
I know this is the first time I want to hear about the jacketer. So what am I doing? This is not good. This is not good, guys. But I've been
gotta do.
My apologies for not looking how I'm supposed to be looking this morning.
So, you look good enough.
Good enough.
You look good enough. I see Steady Vibe Sparks as Eureka. A lot of hearts there. So I hope John Abrams watching, tuned in too. Mark Crawford, Marky Mark, who is related in a personal way to Candy Nilin Injured, says you look good enough.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Thank you. What's coming from Candy's people is our
people. It's good people. It's good. It's good people. Marky Mark says that. So we pick up the discussion, folks, from this other one here. Oh, Father, federal arms and everything, right? The Chinese forsake. And now the fella says he was coming into government. He knows how to make deals like Donald Trump. He's a Trumpian. He's a Trumpist, right? He knows how to make deals. He can make a good deal. He come in and renegotiate the whole production share agreement of 2016. He knows how to make good deals. This whole government mix up. And mix up bad, this whole government. Imagine yesterday, Twitter. I know you were busy. All right? So I'm minding the business with you.
Let me know what's been going on.
I'm minding the business. You had 2 press conferences competing yesterday. Even supposed to be, he called himself the president. And he wanted to beat the opposition over the head to address his president.
Okay, got you.
That he got him there by valid votes, that he slid in by valid votes. We know it's not so. We know how tainted those votes were. Due to work in the election recount center.
Yeah.
And know how tainted those votes were. So he's president.
Yeah.
And he can only got his statement that he put out, this live that he was on your own page, right? His own government wasn't convinced by this statement. He wasn't even on the office president page.
What about NCN?
No.
DPI?
No.
Chronicle?
No.
Live.
No. None of those pages. Your own personal page was all he could manage, right? Your own government wasn't convinced.
It was a PVP's page.
Right? It wasn't even a PVP page. Like it's only complete. As a matter of fact,
that's a concern.
As a matter of fact, we are hearing that right now is war in the PPP.
Oh wow! Are you surprised?
Right? I'm not surprised.
Of course not.
Right? You better take note from Donald. Tell Donald Ramatar send you the book.
I told him, Frank. You remember what I said
right?
about Frank? You don't get the information until it's out. So the war going on deeply there.
Yep. Tell Donald send you the book. Because we're hearing all of this you're not just seeing this by chance, But then after that, shortly after that or shortly before that, you had Jack Dio. He on NCN. Oh, Father. This is Medvedev and Putin all over again. If y'all don't know puppetry when y'all see it, you better recognize it. You better stay woke. Here on NCN, probably on Chronicle, Newsroom, even on the president page, an earphone begging for airtime. Right? And then I don't know why would you want competing messages on any given day.
So who wields the state apparatus when it comes to power over DPI and their communication mechanism? I think that's someone by the name of Kwame McCoy.
Yeah.
I think the earphone needs to speak with him.
Yeah.
Very seriously.
I know what's happening here. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember, but there was a point in Donald Ramachara's presidency when you had a big headline out of Chronicle that Jagdio was very popular in the polls to be the next president.
Oh, wow.
Right? Jagdio slipped that one in on the mind Donald. You had some changes. That's how Gordon had moved from NCN. You don't do nothing anyhow, anything proper. So head Chronicle.
Yeah.
And when you went into Chronicle, you know what he did there. Whole pack of nonsense too.
Well, that was a whole
Right?
story.
But competing interests yesterday in social media, it was one of the most bizarre things you can see in a long time. Yeah. Right? Because that is the war in the PPP. So Jagdio come out now to say that, they told us they had an investor to own and operate, and they can buy back power from them from Amila Falls. Right? Folks, Amila Falls is a failed project. Right? Every time you think of Amila Falls, remember the name Phip Motilal. Right? Man never even built a wooden bridge in front of the house. They gave a whole road plus a hydro power project to build. Well, we know what was the result of that.
To front.
The Chinese now said they are no longer interested.
To front, not to build.
The Chinese now said they are no longer interested in Amila Falls. Right?
Surprised.
No longer interested. And then on the ExxonMobil front, he's saying that, a national oil company, no project of any magnitude has ever succeeded under Jagdio. But he won't contemplate a national oil company.
There maybe you are measuring success differently to the way in which they're measuring success. Because maybe the measure that you have for success is that this project goes through, it's completed, and the actual performance analysis of it says that the people benefited from it. Maybe that is your measure of success. But I am asking you at this point to think, put yourselves in their shoes for a bit. And their measure of success may very well be how big the kickback was. So it might have been successful for them.
Oh, wow. How big the kickback was. That's a different measure.
Measure of success
Money got back.
Probably differ.
That's a different measure.
Probably.
So they said that if things were different, if they could have gotten to renegotiate, and again, it's a lot of mixed messages because you're hearing that on one side. He said that if ExxonMobil is willing to renegotiate, but they get out of the production sharing agreement of 2016, then a national oil company becomes more appetizing. Well, they say the same thing about Skeldon Sugar Factory, but we know where that have gone. Look how sugar great again. And then in another portion of that press conference, he's saying that if you renegotiate the deals of the production sharing agreement of 2016, if you try to change anything, it goes against sanctity of contract. So pick a struggle.
Pick a side,
Pick a struggle. They're all over the place on that. But again, we know, Judah, that big projects and them is not friends. Right? And you ask what standard we're using, what measure.
Correct.
I can use the Arnold Gutschran measure. Yes. Because Alan Gutschran, fantastic guys like you with the numbers, accounting, economics, and so forth. And this guy actually has an orange PhD. Right? He never buy it. Right? The man who do his dissertation didn't end up heading a state agency.
Goodness.
Right? He didn't buy it. He earned it. And he is also the former Auditor General in this country. And like the Chief Justice and the Chancellor acting, performed with distinction. Alan Gutschran says the Cherry Dragon International Airport, this is the rehabilitation contract signed since 2011, thanks to Jack Leo, has failed completely. That's Jack Leo, baby. The Skelton Sugar Factory. Jack Leo tried to convince the whole world he know economics. He bright. Alan Goldstrand, who got PhD in the subject matter, he says Skelton failed completely. One laptop family failed completely. The fiber optic cable project failed completely. But Jack Leo talking about a national oil company.
Wow.
Right? The people say past behavior is a good predictor of future behavior. But here is why. Here is the measure that Alan Goldstrand used. Apologies. Y'all see where we're heading. Alan Goldstrand says these projects have saddled this country with debt. Joita, you are the numbers woman here. It saddled this country with debt. These projects, all these failed projects. But here's the measure. Goldstrand says they fail completely to deliver in terms of their objectives. That's the measure. The outputs. That's the measure. The outcomes. That's the measure. The impacts.
Yes.
That's the measure. Thereby encumbering Guyana public debt to the tune of 115 million US dollars with little or nothing to show for the expenditure incurred. And you guys can find this. I think this is Sabbath News, April 16th. Right? So we're inventing things. Juida.
Well, that's
Our numbers, woman.
Know, actually, what I just want to point out there, you know, you just said what the measure is that Goldstrand is using, and that's why I just said what I said
Kickbacks,
prior, right?
SPP measure.
Because the measure that you should be using when it comes to spending taxpayers' dollars, those are the measures. Because guys, listen, there are different types of audits that you can do. One of the type of audit is a performance audit to basically see if the goals that was set out for this project was actually achieved in the end. You do this performance audit. It's not financial, but who the beneficiaries of the project altogether when it was completed, you know, and see the social benefits and all of those things. But they never get to that stage because their interest stops before when the money is paid out, the kickbacks completed. So basically,
the interest in the project then.
So, because that is how it would appear that's how they measure their success of these projects. So it doesn't matter to them if they have to go back and do something else and change something halfway and all of that, because it's more money being funded into that particular project. So they don't care how many times they have to come with the same thing, because every time they come with it, a different set of money is received in kickbacks. And that is just the fact of the matter. That's how they operate generally. And you, the people, we are looking for the performance audit aspect of it. Was it even, was any of these things ever achieved? The outcome, what was the outcome of Scale Down? Look, we're looking at it right now. When we talk about a fiber optic cable, what was the outcome of that? You know, it can only be concluded based on all the facts and evidence that have been provided to us thus far in the public space, that the only persons benefited is the persons that got the kickbacks, the spend the money, and the people of Guyana whose taxpayers' dollars were invested and spent into these projects have never received any benefit from it whatsoever. And that is the fact. So they have to think about the measures. And we keep saying that they cannot continue to manage in the way in which they manage, because it's just managing for a few at the top, whilst everyone else basically fund them to do whatever they
have Ponzi scheme
with nothing else.
Ponzi scheme.
So horrible.
That is the reality. And again, you heard them saying about, you know, a national oil company is going to be appealing if they can renegotiate this terms of the PSA, the production sharing agreement of 2016. You know, Janice signed 1 2 prior. But if you do manage to an incursion into the contract, then you are breaching the sanctity of the contract. So they got to know what they're doing. But they got lots of issues still outstanding in oil and gas. Lots of issues still outstanding. Again, we can start from top left. The renegotiating of it. They said they were going to come and get this done. 2 years in, we're still waiting. Lots of people, like Glenn Lal, for instance, love to see the royalty increase. they're pushing for a 50%. Those are some of the schools of thought out there. Full coverage insurance is still an issue. Lots of people aren't convinced that if something should happen out there, an oil spill, some disaster, that we are insured as a country. We could be having to pay our neighbors, billions of dollars that could send up into bankruptcy because we don't have the kind of insurance that is concomitant with this kind of arrangement. We see them recently. We have an asterisk here, moving now belatedly to audit this 9.5 pre-production costs and so forth. We still got to wait to see how that comes out. There's an open-ended cost recovery period.
Time span. I just
Right.
want to remind
Yeah.
us that the time span for that audit is one that is considered extremely ridiculous.
Mhm,
So it's just like if they're doing something just for doing it.
Yeah, so the quality of the audit is already being
Exactly.
impugned.
Yes.
Yep. And then we got issues of flaring, ring fencing, right? I saw David, I saw former Minister of Infrastructure talking about this quite recently, saying this is one of the easy ones that if there is the political will to get it done. There's one of the easy ones that could be done.
Correct.
Right? So lots of outstanding issues that them boys don't want to talk about. But again, we got to keep repeating them so that you guys know, because again, they come and they say, we're involved in good governance and transparency, and
It's not like they don't want to get involved in it, but they are not going to get involved in it all until they have complete control over the outcome. And we were just discussing what the outcome is that they look for. So until they guarantee that they can get their outcome, they're not going to go around that. So anytime you see they approach any one of those things, is because they have already find a mechanism to infiltrate to make sure that that outcome, which is not the people's outcome, is realized. That is how they operate.
Yep.
Listen, people could challenge, they can come and try to bring arguments against what I'm saying. But I said present the evidence, because the evidence as it is available right now, that is what it speaks to. That is what it spells out. So unless I am giving other evidence, examples, give me some facts, I'll be able to look at it differently. But as it is right now, that's how it's been going on since they took office in 2020. That is what we're seeing. There is no attempt to sugarcoat it by the administration. They are as blatant as can be in their approach, and you have to call a spade a spade.
Yep. And what we didn't see mentioned yesterday, for instance, in those competing press conferences, is the fact that you had that mayhem in the national park just over the weekend, and I think
how is that their concern?
all
They
right
don't
thinking
concern
Guyanese
about things like that.
are concerned about that. That breakdown
Right
in law and order
thinking. I
there.
think that's where you
Right thinking
differentiate.
Guyanese.
I think that's where you
And
differentiate.
Twitter, while that was happening yesterday, the price of gas went up yet again.
Well,
Yet again.
yeah, exactly. And you would remember that we spoke a lot on the gas price and so forth, and the way in which the fact that they came to the national the announcement was made rather that the excise tax would have been put at zero and so forth, because they were trying to tell the people of Guyana that they are so concerned, and when it comes to these level of taxation and so forth, they're going to do everything in their power. And I said it to persons, when that happens, that is not a real measure. That's not a real mechanism to handle the gas prices going up. You have to look at best practices across the world when you're looking at these specific things, and look at in the future, how do you put systems in place right now that is going to tackle that as we move forward, right? They didn't do that. They just plug something there that lasted how long? 6 weeks? I think it lasted about 6 weeks, if that long. And now we're back to square
Quick
one.
patch.
Prices going up again, zero excise tax. There's nowhere else to go, right? So what is the real mechanism that they're going to come and put in place that's going to be sustainable? What is a sustainable mechanism to deal with the rising price of fuel?
Well, Drit and I were talking the other day about another issue, and we were saying that in some instances these problems are like or these projects is like an aircraft, a huge aircraft, this country on a runway. And the bigger the aircraft, the bigger the runway, the longer the runway needs to be for the takeoff. Right? Aircraft can have a lot of thrust, big engines, but you need a long runway just in case. Right? The problem in this country has been running out of runway. Right? The excise tax is zero. But the problem persists. Because them boys don't know one thing what they're doing. They're the wheels in the cockpit, you know. Irfan Ali from Eiffel University. They're the wheels. We're running out the runway. Waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Right? Waiting to happen. We're running out the runway.
But they have, I think they haven't gotten to the point yet. Listen, the administration of today, the PUP administration, they believe wholeheartedly that they can come in 3 months before an election and call people to line up to give them some cash handouts, and that is their way of securing power again. That is how they are going to continue, because they believe to themselves that persons are gullible like that. And I keep saying over and over that is not my belief. I believe that there was a large section of our society that was susceptible to that type of behavior and response to those things. But I believe in this technological age, and more so the information age, when persons are getting real-time information as to what is going on in the country, they will be met wanting at that period of time, when they realize that people will very well line up to collect money because they are in need of it. But the people are smart enough to know, if we put you back in that position. And I want you to know, like, persons talk about so many things when it comes to what is going on. Let me give an example. In Borbis, the fishermen crying out, both Essequibo, rice farmers protested, and all of these things. These things are not issues that you just brush aside. This is a support base of the PUP administration calling them out, because they realize that this time is not like before. They are informed. They know what is going on, and it's impossible for you to fly up there in a helicopter. And when a man is asking for a road to come to bring out stuff from the farm, you say, "Where are we gonna get the money from?" Oh, but you're flying in to speak with them.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Oh, nice.
So
continue. Go right ahead.
Yeah.
Go right ahead. That's all I have to say. I don't know if you have anything else. That's all I have. That's all I have.
But I see that we are on our hour mark already.
That's all we got.
I see. Is it Freda Phillips in the comment section in Russia, Hanover? Hey guys, how are you doing? And I am late.
Hello.
Someone else was saying that they were late this morning. Not as late.
We out here.
Not as late as I was.
We out here. We out here. You have another opportunity to catch us tomorrow and the day after that. Good to have you guys. Sharon Stevens, good to see you. And Laverne Joseph, Prince Hodari, good to see you. My brother, good to see you. Majesty, Claudine Balvin Lewis, good to see you as well. Special folks, family, we want you on y'all's family. Folks, we're heading into June, last day of May. Last day of May, heading into June. Right? So you got a chance now to recalibrate the things that you didn't get done.
Next month is my month.
Right? It's we month. Y'all don't come around with funny. Next month.
I'm going to be pampering myself. I'm not even going to be playing. I think that this is one of those milestones that I really want to celebrate and sink in.
This was 21?
It has to be.
21?
21. But with everything that is happening, I think that like this year I'm really going to try to set some markers and just go with it. You know, as strange as it is, I usually set goals more so from my birthday, like whenever that for that year, from one birthday to the next, as opposed to the whole goal setting from New Year's. Like I do it my own way, in the reverse.
Doing it her own way, folks.
Yes.
June is my month. Don't come wrong with funny. Watching some of y'all sideways. Bella Boda, Joel Ward, Susan Washington. Thanks for joining us, guys. Let the shares look nice. Make me look good. Right?
Make us look like we're giving credible information.
Yeah. Make us look like an international program. Right? All of you joining from the diaspora and at home, guys, thank you so much. We family. Big family here.
Naomi's dropping. Right? And Shirley asked you a question here. Is your friend still president of Ghana?
No. And you never finished. He said no. Yes, he was never. Y'all know what happened here, man.
I used to talk to things that I see Donna Liverpool. Hey Donna, how are you doing over there?
Yep.
Anne Marie Roberts and Glaston Matthews. Guys, it is always such a pleasure to be with you.
Did you really bring up the coroner there?
Yes.
What you know? You really bring up the coroner?
I did, right?
John?
I'm telling you.
John?
I'm good stuff.
Is anybody seeing?
Good stuff.
My old friend John. Is anybody seeing my brother?
Yeah, I don't know that I'm gonna learn it.
See that? See that?
Too young
Choose!
for these
Put!
words.
Put! We will come again. Skang. Moving on, folks. Moving on. Good to have had you guys today. Good to see you guys back to the podcast.
Yeah.
Lord willing, and then we're gonna take it from there.
Yeah, well, definitely. So much as we end the month, I just want to
Yeah.
remind folks that you need to partner with us.
Yeah.
We have,
Yeah.
I think
fun.
when we end the month, we literally have to be, we have to pay bills at the end of the month, more specifically. So remember to partner with us and to make sure that
guys,
we
please,
can keep going.
please.
It is so important that
Please.
you continue to do that for those of you who have been, and for folks who probably want to but not sure of which channel they can go through, just reach out 627-6963. All right, just send us a WhatsApp.
We're bringing shame fast so we can tell you.
Send us a WhatsApp so we'll be able to give you that bit of information. And we appreciate each and every one of you so much. You have been a tremendous help and blessed, and you have been contributing significantly to making sure that Guyanese at home in Guyana and in the diaspora around the world are in tune with what is going on. Incredible information. So guys, thank you so much, and we will be hearing. You'll be hearing from us again.
Stay with us, folks. Stay with us. We can see you guys back at 12. A change is gonna come, We just got. Hold the fort. Stay strong. Change is gonna come. That's it. That's our time.
That's our time.
We gone.
So have a good one.